Good morning. Welcome to Mornings with Mike and Susie. My name's Mike. I'm here with Susie. How is everyone doing this beautiful, snowy Tuesday morning?
I wish you guys could have seen what just happened a minute ago. I came and sat in my chair, and the whole chair went shh. And I just shrunk, and you were just looking at me like,
what's going on?
Where are you going? So, we have a new chair.
We have a backup. We had a backup chair.
Yeah, backup chair is in place, and I'm feeling amazing today because I got up early.
Yeah.
I did my workout. I read my Bible and got Ivy off to school on the bus, you guys. She is in school.
There we go.
So if you have any kiddos in school, celebrate with me. I am celebrating with you today. And I washed my hair today.
Whoa.
That's a big deal because you can probably tell my hair went from really short to really long seemingly overnight, and I wish I had magic vitamins. I do not. I got hair extensions, and the first time I washed my hair, I was so scared to wash it. It was kind of like the first time I don't know, trying to think of an example. Maybe like shower after you've had a surgery or something and you're like scared, your body feels different. My hair felt so different. I was scared to wash it the first time. And so I think I waited, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. I waited a whole week before I washed my hair the first time. I just dry shampooed it. Luckily, I don't have oily hair at all. In fact, I have really, really dry hair. So this time I only waited 3 days to wash my hair instead of a week. So you're welcome.
How are you guys doing? What are you up to this Tuesday morning? Let us know in the chat. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure to like our Facebook page. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. But let us know, how are you guys doing this morning? Where are you watching from? What does your day look like today? Are you able to stay inside and just kind of watch the snow fall if you're local here in central New York and kind of enjoy the snow from the warmth of your inside your home? Or do you have to go out?
Nice.
Yeah.
It's coming down pretty quick here already. I was surprised when I opened up our windows and saw our driveway covered with snow again.
I was surprised. I walked out. I was like, oh, snowing.
Yeah, I asked Alexa how much snow we were supposed to get. Do you want to know what she said?
What did she say?
What do you think? What's your guess?
2 to 3 inches.
Yeah, right on. It was like 2.1 or 2.4 or something.
Oh, she was that exact?
Yeah. So what's the weather like where you are? What's your view out your window? Our view has changed dramatically this week from last week. And last week we left the cold, we left the snow behind. We actually left on the day that our snowstorm last week hit, and we got 12 inches. Yeah. We got out right before that. And do you want to tell everybody what we did?
I've attended a pastor's conference in Phoenix, Arizona for the last 15 years, and you've been going even longer, but this is the first time you were able to come with me for I don't think you've been for 10 years.
I don't think so, because I kind of made the decision that I wouldn't leave the kids for work-related trips.
Right.
That if it was
when they were young.
Yeah, if it was something that was investing in our marriage, then I did. We've gotten away without the kids. Especially as they've gotten a little older, we've been able to a little more often. But when they were little, just, they need mom. So I was happy to stay behind.
Yeah, so there's a pastors and a leader conference that is hosted by a church that we know and love there, and so we were able to go and be with a small group of pastors and just be able to receive and get poured into, and it was a great week.
It was awesome. We had such a good time. Of course, you can't be Phoenix in February. The weather is just amazing. It's winter there too, so the people that live there are wearing sweaters and we're wearing tank tops, but
in their 68-degree weather, they're wearing sweaters.
I know. So I want to give a shout out to Maddie, because she is hanging out with us today from her school study hall.
Oh, nice.
So hi, Maddie. I hope you get some work done in study hall. I know it always stinks having study hall at the beginning of the day.
Right.
Although if you were like me, you then procrastinate all of your homework the night before and you don't do it and you like rush through and try to get it done during study hall.
So that's where our daughter gets it from.
That's where she gets it from. You're not a procrastinator. You just didn't do your homework.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't.
It's not procrastinating if you don't do it.
You just never did it. So, but yes, I was always a procrastinator. I hated Sunday nights growing up because I always pushed all my homework off and I would be filled with dread on Sunday because I knew that night I was going to have to finally face the music and do my homework. I got good grades. I just procrastinated.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
Not a good habit.
Man, there's a lot going on this week, and we will do a public service announcement for, everyone to let them know that this coming weekend is Valentine's Day.
What did you buy me?
You have to wait and see.
You haven't bought me anything. Have you?
You do.
I haven't bought you anything.
Oh, yeah, there is. She's just hoping that I didn't buy anything.
I know. We've never been big Valentine's Day people. We've never been like big gift buyers for Valentine's Day or
we'll go out for dinner, but not.
Sometimes we don't even do that because
it's true.
It's a busy weekend and you have to get a babysitter and sometimes it's easy to just put the kids to bed and then do your own dinner.
Yeah.
That's a good Valentine's Day gift to yourselves. Put your kids to bed early and then cook dinner at home.
The problem is our kids are getting too old for that.
I know, that's true. They want to stay up till 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock.
And they're staying up later than I am now, so.
When they were little, we always were like early,
yes.
7:30.
I was a big believer.
In bed.
Early bedtimes.
Yeah. Now we just kick them out of the room.
Yeah, go to the basement.
Yeah.
So what are your plans for this weekend for Valentine's Day? Are you going out on Saturday night? Are you going out on Sunday afternoon after church? Because we know you'll be here at church. Well, you might come Thursday, so maybe you could do a lunch on Sunday or Sunday night. Do you have plans? Are you just kind of winging it as you go, just kind of see what happens? And kind of go with it. Let us know down in the chat if you have any plans. What are some favorite restaurants that?
Yes, I love to try new restaurants.
I do not.
No, you do not. But I love it. I would much rather go to a new place than go to the same place, even if it was good, another time.
But this is my theory: is if it's not broke, let's not try to fix it.
That has so many flaws. Let's be honest.
But I don't apply that logic to everything.
No.
Just as I see fit.
Only if it benefits you and what you want to do.
Yeah.
So your mom said she sent us a surprise. Wait, was it us or for the kids?
Right.
I bet
I sent
the girls.
She said my kids.
Jean, we need clarification. Is it for us or for the children?
Yeah.
That's what
my guess is for the children.
Probably for the children.
I could intercept though.
Wonderful. And also I want to just give a shout out to Victoria. I can't read all of these details right now, but I will after we finish here and we'll give you a call and see what we can do to help support you. So good morning, Connie. Brandy said, where should we go to dinner that won't be super crowded? And she likes to try new places.
McDonald's.
Can you go into McDonald's?
I don't even know.
I don't know if you can sit in there and eat.
Yeah. Every place is going to be crowded on.
I don't know because I do think people aren't going out as much. I will tell you.
Right, but also the restaurants can only have half the capacity. It's going to be
right.
crazy.
I think you just need to make a reservation.
Yeah.
You need to go somewhere that you can make a reservation.
Yeah.
I will tell you where you should not go on Valentine's Day. Do you know what I'm going to say?
Probably.
Texas Roadhouse is going to be a zoo because every time we eat there, our kids we love it. So it's like good if we want to treat our family. It's always busy there. And we've had Texas Roadhouses I think everywhere we've lived,
Yeah.
I've never lived anywhere, though, that Texas Roadhouse is like the fan favorite.
Right.
Everybody's there.
Yeah.
Don't go there. That's my only suggestion. Does anybody else, though, locals, have any suggestions of a favorite restaurant? Probably something a little fancy, right?
Yeah.
We like Delmonico's.
Yeah.
We like to go there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been wanting to try that seafood place. What's it called? Blue Oyster or
Ocean Blue.
Ocean Blue,
Blue
yes.
Oyster. I'm like, that doesn't even sound close.
It was pretty close. Oyster.
Okay, it had blue in it.
Ocean. It's
Ocean
very
Blue. I think yes, it's Ocean
That's
Blue.
what you just said. Did you say Blue Ocean?
No, you said Blue Ocean. Now I don't even know the name. All right, well, it has the word blue and has the word ocean. We're not sure what comes first, but we haven't been there.
Sorry,
and,
it's not that funny. I don't know what's wrong with me.
And they have a rooftop patio, but
It looks
nothing's
so
going to do you
nice.
much good in February here.
I don't know. I saw Christy, if you're watching, I saw some pictures you posted there once, and it looks so nice. I want to go there just because the atmosphere looks nice.
Yeah, I think we'll go in the summer when we
We
on
can
the
sit
patio.
outside.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I laughed this hard last night. Do you remember when we were upstairs?
No.
I almost said upstairs in the bedroom, but I just realized that could be misconstrued. You let me borrow your AirPods.
Oh, right.
I needed AirPods. Well, I was using your laptop, and I needed AirPods. So I just wanted to use yours because yours were already connected.
Yeah.
And so you...
I literally...
like, they're upstairs. And so I went upstairs to get them, and you went upstairs to get them. So we both were up there. They were on the bathroom sink, and I grabbed them. And they're nice AirPods. They're the AirPod Pros that you just got for Christmas.
Yeah.
So they're like over $200. And as soon as I picked them up, you guys, like they were in my hand for a quarter of a second. I dropped them. Both AirPods fell out of the case and went bouncing all the way across
Completely
our
different
bedroom
ways.
floor. And I just started cracking up laughing because what else can you do? I really am that clumsy. I really was trying to handle them with care, and that was my best effort. That's the sad part.
Oh,
All right.
well, what can you do?
I don't know. Brandy said she also wants to try Ocean Blue, but is thinking she wants to sit on the
Sherry
rooftop.
said you should try Rockies on the Lake.
Ooh.
I haven't heard of that.
Me either.
What lake?
That sounds nice. Anything on
Connie
the lake.
says takeout, Chinese, or Simeon's.
Oh,
You
I
had me
love
at Chinese,
Simeon's.
Simeon's not so much.
No, you won't go to Simeon's with me.
I went once.
I
got
take all
fish.
my friends to Simeon's because
Yes.
you won't go with me. So
I'll
whenever
go
one of
once in
my
a
friends
while.
wants to come, I'm like, we need to get any kind of Mediterranean, Greek, Lebanese, I'm there.
Yeah.
But not you, not so much. You
Not
want
so much.
steak, probably.
I don't know anything but what you just said.
Anything but what I just said.
Meat
That's-
potatoes. I'm pretty simple.
And that kind of sums up marriage right there in that little statement, doesn't it? I want whatever it is that you don't want.
Right.
That's kind of marriage right there, wrapped up in a nutshell.
The exact opposite.
Whatever
And-
you like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
So with that doesn't really transition into our marriage minute.
Sure it
at all,
does.
but we'll make
It
work.
does, because we need it. And so our verse of the day for our marriage minute is found in Luke chapter 16, verse 10. And it says this: whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little also be dishonest with much.
So basically, if you can't trust me with your AirPods, we're in trouble, guys.
I kind of took this verse and I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, how does this even apply to marriage? Because, it kind of, it's maybe used with, talking about money and things and how you handle those
Kind of like
responsibilities.
physical
Right.
treasures.
Right. And sometimes even responsibilities or different things like that. And I kind of, it says you can be trusted with little and then much. I started thinking about how really it's the little things that add up. And sometimes I know I am guilty of this. I've done it, that you want to do the big display of affection, or you want to do the big romantic gesture. You want to, but maybe you can't afford it. So
or you didn't plan ahead enough in advance.
Right. And you're like, man, I would love to take her to, this restaurant and, get her the diamond bracelet and, like all the whole 9 yards. But I can't afford it, so I'm not going to do anything.
Right.
And I feel like I've fallen into that trap before.
Have you?
Yeah, I've wanted to do something big and we just couldn't afford it. So sadly, I did nothing, and so it was like, you need to find that. What are those
all
little
or nothing mentality that I think we both can kind of lean towards that if I can't do it all the way, I'm not going to do it at all.
Yeah.
So what are some small things that you can do to show your spouse love? What are some of those smaller things? I had, it wasn't a friend, it was, just thinking, it was a pastor I was listening to one time, and I actually remember who it was. And I think I was probably in my early 20s and definitely had not met you yet. And he talked about writing on little slips of paper, I love you, like on 100 different little slips of paper, and then just hiding them all over the house. So they were in like drawers and in the fridge and in her car and all these cute little places. So she would find them probably for years down the road, find these little slips that say, I love you. And I thought that was such a cute idea.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other ideas of those sweet romantic gestures? Not the great big grand things, but just the smaller things that you can do. We'd love to hear about them.
I found out one this past weekend. I think it was, I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday afternoon. I had a few people over to watch the Super Bowl, and I think it was Sunday afternoon. And
the Super Bowl was Sunday, so.
Yeah, and so it doesn't sound super romantic, but I know you really liked it, was just cleaning the kitchen. I was wiping down the counters and...
You're never hotter, honey, than when you're cleaning the kitchen. Ladies, do you agree with me? Like, if you want to do something that gets you noticed, I'm just saying, clean the kitchen. And I was like, all over you.
I was like,
if
I had known this a little bit. And so, and which, I mean, what takes, 5 or 10 minutes and maybe a little bit longer if it's a disaster. But, doing those small little things, jumping in, emptying the dishwasher, sweeping, cleaning, you know what I mean?
It's so true. Fluffing the cushions on the couch, picking up the living room.
I do that, but I do it for myself because it drives me crazy. So
that is true. It does mean more if it's something is for you.
Yeah.
You're just doing it for you. Couple ideas that are coming in. Sherry said she makes her husband his lunch and randomly puts little notes in it. That's cute. I don't make your lunch. You stopped eating lunch, so I'm kind of off the hook. Darcy just says practical acts of love, and that is so true. It's just how can we serve each other? How can we do the little things? Brandy says that Jared always sends her video or Marco Polo of the halftime show if she's missing it. Although, did you really enjoy it this year? Did you enjoy that, Bree, the halftime show? I don't know. I didn't watch it. You had a few guys over, and I cooked for you.
I know.
And you did appreciate it. I know you appreciated it because you told me several times.
Yes.
And you had a few guys over, and I kind of just retreated and did my own thing while you watched the Super Bowl. I'd pop out every once in a while and check the score, and I did pop out once during the halftime show. Didn't look that interesting.
It wasn't that good.
No, yeah, I kind of read some things about it afterwards that it wasn't wasn't going to go down in history as one of the better halftime shows. But.
So make sure that you are not neglecting the little things in your marriage when you're, you might want to make those big grand gestures, and those are good. But, and we've talked about this in a lot of different areas of our lives, that it's better to do the small ones consistently and more frequently than doing the one big grand gesture, once in a blue moon.
I think that is true with most things in our lives. Yeah. It's the things we do every single day with consistency that we really see change from. And I've been talking about that with my friends over on my Facebook group, the Pink Seat. And ladies, let me just give you a quick invitation. If you are not part of the Pink Seat Facebook group, when we're done here, just search for it in the Facebook search bar. And it should come up. It's a private group, so you'll have to request, and then I will add you to it. But we've been talking about and really intentionally making the decision to read the Word of God every day. And it's those everyday decisions that is how we see progress and growth in our lives. And it's the same with physical activity, right? If you're going to do smaller workouts, but do them every single day rather than 1 2-hour workout every other week, you're going to see more progress. You probably have already heard this, that the American Heart Association says it doesn't matter if you walk 30 minutes all at one time or 15 minutes in the morning and then 15 minutes later in the day, your body still gets the same benefit from that. And so I think it's just one of those, it's like a physical law of nature that is also a spiritual principle that we can apply to our lives and in our relationships, like we're talking about right now. Yeah. Those little everyday things really do make a difference. Darcy said that she loves when her husband leaves little notes on her computer screen. Oh, yeah. That's such a cute idea, too. Especially if you work together or work down the hall from each other. My middle child once wrote this little note she cut out a little heart on a piece of paper, and she wrote a note, and it says, if you were Thursday, I would want every day to be Thursday. And I think she heard it on like a TV show or something, but I taped it on my monitor, my little desktop monitor, just thinking about that. Another comment: to genuinely listen when we were talking to each other. We are a busy family with 6 kids, so when we pause and just listen, it makes a difference. We are not always the best at that. I would say between the two of us, I'm probably worse because I'll be on my phone and but you don't care. You'll just talk to me even while I'm distracted. But I'm like, I'll wait till you're done if I start talking to you and you're on your phone, because I have to know that you are watching me. But you're better at just overlooking that. Anyway, one more comment before we move on. Dory said she put an I love you note 13 years ago inside her husband's medicine cabinet, and it's still there. 13 years. That's awesome, Dory.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to move into our trivia time, where you have a chance to win a $5 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
And with it being Valentine's Day, it's going to have to do with Valentine's Day coming up. So you're going to want to be ready to text the answer to 315-506-4506. So you can text the answer. If you have the answer to that question, get your thumbs ready, and you're probably gonna have to Google this one because I'm just gonna give you a heads up. The first person to text in the answer will win a $5 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts. And the question is, Cupid has what name in Greek mythology?
Okay, so Cupid is also known as this name in Greek mythology. And I will give you a little hint. If you think to yourself, the god of love, that will help you maybe trigger your mind of who it is without having to Google it. Of course, we know, feel like I have to put this disclaimer out there, that there is only one God of love, and He is the God Almighty. But yeah, fun little trivia question for you. So let me switch over and see what answer we might get. I'm actually drinking an iced coffee from Dunkin' this morning. I felt like I needed to get myself a little...
You go, girl.
A little coffee. And I got the pink macchiato in it, but I only got one pump, so I literally cannot taste it. I have no idea what it tastes like, but there is enough artificial red dye that it turned my coffee a little bit pink. I don't know what it tastes like.
So while we're waiting for those answers to come in, have you seen any answers come in?
I haven't even opened the app yet because
you might want to do that.
I'm distracted. Okay.
So while you're looking at that, we're going to go into my favorite things.
All
and
right.
I said a couple weeks ago that I was going to do my favorite thing because
Right.
Susie's been doing a lot of
Lipstick, mascara,
Now,
hair
granted,
stuff.
I don't know. I'd have to look to see, but
Come
it
on.
looks like it's a
You
lot
guys
of
liked it.
mostly women watching. So, but this is for men or women, so
Okay.
don't worry, ladies.
No power tools this time.
No power
Thank
tools,
you,
but
Jesus.
this has become one of my favorite things because I love to read books because I love consuming like information and learning and educating myself. But the problem is that I'm a very slow reader, and so it takes forever for me to read a book, and that is frustrating.
Right.
And so, and as I read, you kind of speed up once you kind of get the flow of the author, and you kind of, but the first few chapters is just, and just, I don't know, I'm just a slow reader. So, but what I found, and I've known about it for a while, but I kind of thought I'd give it another go about, I think it was August this past year, is Audible. Audible is an app on your phone, and it is it's an app, and so what you can do is you can listen to books, and so I'm not sure how clear that's showing up, but you can listen to books, and it is great. I have a library with a whole bunch of books in it, and what I like is I read slow, but I can actually consume things audibly quicker. And one of the things that I love about this app is I can listen to it. You can change the speed of which you listen to the book.
Right. So the speed of which the person is reading the book to you.
Yeah. So you can speed it up. You could slow it down. You could go. So
they talk like this.
Right. So you could go slower, like half speed, which I don't know why you'd want to do that, but
I don't know.
But then you can speed up and go, oh, I want to listen to it at 1.5 times or 1.6, and I'm just looking at it now. It goes all the way up to 3.5. That is really fast.
That's crazy.
So if a book so I started, and as I'm usually when I start a book, I'll start it at like 1.2, 1.3, and then kind of speed it up. I'll go up one notch at a time until I get to about 1.9, 2.0 is
that's too fast.
Where I'm comfortable with that I can that I can still comprehend it and still know what they're saying. And now there'll be times I'll have to pause it if I want to take a note or write something down because they're going so quick.
I feel like when you listen to it that fast, you're taking out the emotion.
Yeah, I'm not in it for the emotion.
The author's voice. But I want to hear like the emotion.
Right, but I'm not listening to
you just want the information.
Fictional books, like
a
story, most of the books that I'm reading are on leadership, and so it's really just facts and statistics, or you know what I mean. And,
no, I get it.
And so I don't really care about the emotion of the author. Hence, men and women different. All right, and so, but it's nice because this book that I'm reading right now, it is, I think it's 8 hours. I think if you were to, but then once you speed it up, instead of it being 8 hours, it's only 4 hours, and so you can go on Amazon and you can purchase an Audible book. Most books now, you can purchase the Kindle, hardback, or the Audible. Yeah. And so sometimes what I do is I'll purchase the hardback and the Audible, so then I can listen to it and then just follow along and highlight things as I go. And so, but this has been, I've read so many books since August using this. It's been, I love it.
It's really changed the way that you've been able to read books, I will say, because I remember when you first kind of started becoming a reader and you would set a goal for yourself to read, say, 12 books a year, and you had to be so diligent. Like, you would spend hours with that book trying to get through it. And I really admired that because I can read a book really, really fast.
It's really, really annoying.
And, and it just amazed me at how long it took you, but how determined you were, because you were reading way more books than I was, even though it took you so much longer. But since you found Audible, it's been like just kind of life-changing.
Yeah, I mean, I've slowed down a little bit in January, but through the fall, I was probably reading 2 or 3 books a month.
Yeah.
And just, I love it. So, because you can do it anywhere. Throw my AirPods in, go for a walk, go to the gym. I can,
true. While you're getting ready in the morning.
And so it's, so if you don't have, you can get a membership to Audible, and every month they give you 1 free credit.
It's not free. It's with your membership.
Right. Sorry. Yes, with your membership. And then you get, most books
are one credit,
so you can get a book. So essentially,
and they have free books often too that you can get.
Yeah, there's a whole library of free books.
And you can download them. You can share the book, so you can loan it out to another friend that has an Audible account.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we share our Audible account, so when he gets a book, I can read it too. The only problem is, every once in a while, I'll choose a book, and I'll be partway through it, and then you'll see it and think, oh, that looks interesting. So you'll listen to it, and then when I go back to listen to it, it's at a completely different place where I was at, and I'm like, okay, I know this is not the spot I was.
I don't do that anymore because I realized that it messed you up.
What happened? Brandy said that Jared listens to his audio stuff so fast it hurts her head. I agree. I can't do it at that speed. But so, what are our local events?
Well, we have one right here at Mohawk Valley Church coming up on Saturday, February the 20th. It is going to be the second blood drive that we've done here. And so we're really excited. It's a great way to give back and to help people in our community. So it's a week from Saturday. We missed the first one. We were out of town, but we're going to be here. So I signed up. I think my time slot's at 11:30. So if you haven't gotten a time slot yet, try to come close to me so we can hang out while we give blood. And how can they register? Is there? Yeah, so you can text the word HERO to that same number that we had you text for the trivia question. Or you can just go to you can just search Red Cross Blood Drive, and you put in our zip code, and then you'll scroll down. It lists all the areas by date. So scroll down to February 20th, and then you'll see Mohawk Valley Church, and you can register that way too. But you do have to register to get that time slot. I don't think there's a lot of time slots left. I need to go do it right after this. Our church just has responded in such an incredible way. So whether you attend our church or not doesn't matter, of course. But just come on over and give blood. Also, we do have a winner of our trivia question. Oh, good. We had a few different correct answers. The first correct answer is Doreen. So, Doreen, you are the winner of our $5 Dunkin' Donuts gift card. So, what was the answer? Eros, the god of love. Eros. The false god with little g. The little g. Of love. In mythology, it's a myth. Right. I feel like we need to make that super clear. Man, I'm really excited about this weekend, not just because it's Valentine's Day, but we are in week 3 of our Unstoppable series, and we're going to be talking about how do we love the Lord your God with all of our heart, right? On Valentine's Day, perfect. So, Susie and I are going to be preaching together this weekend, and I'm really excited about this message. And just how do we love God with all of our heart? What does that look like? Right. What are some things that might get in the way? And so you're going to hear from both of us this weekend. So we have services on starting Thursday night at 7. And then Sunday morning at 9:30 and 11. So make sure to come on out here in person. or we have our online campus if you're not local or you're still not comfortable coming back. And that is, you can watch on Facebook and YouTube, but we also have launched our mvchurch.live where you're able to watch and hang out, and there's a chat box there, and it's just a better viewing experience, and we're really excited. So you can just type in, you don't need any social media, don't need any of that, just go to mvchurch.live in the search bar, and boom, and you'll go to that website, and you can join us there for our online campus.
I will say, people are just running back to church though.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome to be, if you are able, if you don't have any health concerns, to be in person. The feeling and the experience of being gathered together as the church. We know that the church is not a building, first of all, right? And so we say we're going to go to church, but in reality, you are the church. We are the church. And so when we can gather together, it's such a gift, and it's a freedom that we can exercise as Americans. And so we want to encourage you to do that. Let's be the church and come together this weekend. We're really excited about that.
So that's all we have for you this morning. Thanks for hanging out with Susie and I on Mornings with Mike and Susie. Make sure we'll see you this weekend at Mohawk Valley Church, and then again next week. All right, have a great week. Don't forget, it's Valentine's Day.